Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, back with another hot lap challenge video. Now, because you guys enjoyed so much of my first hot lap challenge, I'm going to be continuing this series, and I also believe that it ties very well with all the drag races that I do, because that way we can see which car is the fastest in a straight line and also around a track, because sometimes the result can be drastically different. By the way, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also if you like the content that I produce, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, let's get right into this hot lap challenge by putting these two rivals against one another, the LaFerrari and the McLaren P1. Now, as you can see, both these cars are classed identically at S2 at 981, but if you see the stats given by Forza Horizon 3, you can see that the LaFerrari slightly out edges the McLaren P1 in speed, handling, acceleration and launch. And then when we go to the actual performance of both cars, the LaFerrari produces around about 60 brake horsepower more than the McLaren P1 and also weighs nearly 300 pounds less. But the two biggest difference with these two cars is the engine. The LaFerrari obviously operates on a naturally aspirated V12 as opposed to the P1's V8 twin turbo. Now, it'd be interesting to see which car is the quickest, because the less powerful and heavier McLaren P1 was faster in a straight line in comparison to the LaFerrari, so this gives us a very big uncertainty as to which one will be the fastest around a track. So the track we'll be using for every single hot lap battle from now on is this 3-bridge circuit. It's a relatively short circuit with enough corners and straights to expose the car's strengths and weaknesses. And what I'll be doing is getting into each car, doing a few warm-up laps and giving you guys an impression of how the car feels in Forza Horizon 3, of course, and then I'll show you the final hot lap. So let's get into the first car, the LaFerrari. Okay, so we're in the LaFerrari now, ready to do this, and a bit of wheel spin off the line, but that's not a problem because this is just an impression of how the LaFerrari feels on this track. And I can say that the handling of the LaFerrari is absolutely superb. The turn-in is direct. I don't have to worry much about wheel spinning at all. And as we go down through this straight, the LaFerrari's gear ratio is just perfect for this track. It's not too wide, it's not too short, and braking is sharp. The cornering is sharp, and when I come out from the corner, I don't have to worry too much about feathering the throttle because there's just so much grip. But as you can see right there, you still got to be careful, because if the car isn't straightened up and you put your foot all the way to the ground, the LaFerrari will definitely show you some character. But here I'm putting my foot all the way down and it just provides so much grip. It feels like an all-wheel drive car, much like the Pagani Huayra BC, but except in rear-wheel drive format, which means that it allows you to corner slightly a bit better without having to worry about understeer. Overall, the LaFerrari, a very easy car to control, and when I did multiple laps, I did very consistent laps, because the LaFerrari in Forza Horizon 3, very easy to tame, but it's also a very fast specimen. So nonetheless, let's showcase the hot lap for the LaFerrari. With the LaFerrari setting an extraordinary lap time of 52.5 seconds, is it possible for the P1 to beat the time? So I'm in the McLaren P1 right now, ready to give you guys an impression on how the P1 feels in Forza Horizon 3, and immediately I can see that the gear ratios are very short in comparison to the LaFerrari, and taking the second corner now, it doesn't feel, oh my god, it doesn't feel that the McLaren P1 is as sharp in terms of handling than the LaFerrari, and also the P1 is a lot livelier. And as you can see here, I've already reached 7th gear, and the turning in just isn't as sharp. And then when you exit out a corner, it is much more sensitive than the LaFerrari. Now this car's a definite, as you can see, I'm already wagging the tail. So the P1 definitely feels more of a rear wheel drive car, and you've got to be very careful with how much power you put down every time you exit a corner. As you can see, I'm often wheel spinning when exiting a corner because I'm still not used to the feel of the McLaren P1. But I will say that when you do harness all the power exiting a corner of the P1, it is very quick. It's like a shot of acceleration. It definitely feels faster exiting a corner than a LaFerrari, provided that there is no wheel spin. But in terms of the P1, when it comes to consistency in lap times, it was very hard for me to do consistent lap times because the P1 is just so much more harder to tame as opposed to its competitor. But anyways, let's get onto the hot lap from the McLaren P1. So the McLaren P1 beats the LaFerrari, clocking a lap time of 52.3 seconds, winning this hot lap challenge. But if you ask me which car is better, I cannot give you a straight up answer because both these cars are absolutely tremendous. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this hot lap challenge. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you want to see more hot lap challenges or drag races or car builds in Forza Horizon 3, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.